Welcome back, everyone. This is Jeff. We finally got our actuators back from the repair shop. So we haven't even unpacked them yet. So they're from Top Hydraulics, which is where at, Mark?
They're in Oregon.
Okay, Oregon. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these here in a few minutes. And like I said, we're going to continue on this. We're going to reinstall all those actuators and then hopefully get this top working and see here if we can get this thing working. So hey, here's the place that repaired them. I'll put this up here. You can pause the video if you need this work done. But that is the place that repaired these. But we're going to go ahead and unwrap these and get them installed and see what happens. So we've removed them from the packaging here. We didn't really notice at first, but they are marked on the outside of the package. He has marked the location where they go, which is nice. Same with these. And he's marked the cylinders here. And he's got a little instructions on there. So that's kind of nicely marked. They just don't give them to you. So here, reinstall them. So they've got some stuff here. Instructions. So follow them if you receive them back from this place. So there's some O-rings. Looks like they're in there. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get these unpackaged all the way and installed. All right, with the little packages here, looks like they sent the O-rings for the little tips that go inside here. So you want to change those out. So each package here, each cylinder comes with its own. And looks like they have 4 in each. Now this one cylinder should take an extra 2. This has got 3 in this one. So hopefully we have enough O-rings in there. So we'll see if we do. Anyway, we'll move on. All right, so we've come over to the car here, and we've taken those little O-rings and we slid them on the end of the tubes here. You can see right here. So don't forget to do that or you'll have a leak. So we'll put those on there. Same down here. You've got them on there, and just be careful, like I've set them in here early, that they don't fall off while you're installing them. So we've got all those installed, and then we're going to go ahead and put our cylinders in place and put the lines on. And then we had the little clips. We did not send ours out. We kept them here. We kept them in a bag here. These little clips, retainers that hold the lines in there. So hopefully you kept those, because once you send these out, you may not get these back. And then these are for some lines. So we're going to go ahead and start installing these. All right. All right, so we're working on the passenger side right now. So we're installing this first cylinder, the inboard one. And I installed the upper clip here. Installs from the inside here, or you're pushing it towards the inside of the car. All right, so you want to push it from here, and then this snaps down. Okay, I'll show you on the other side. So I got this hanging here. Then I'm going to go ahead, and these lines, you can see they kind of just, they're formed from sitting there for years. So we're going to go ahead and install these. You can see this number 23 is going to attach to the top here. And then this other line, which I can't read the number, which I think is 24, will go on the bottom hole. So I'm going to go ahead and install that at this time. All right, so we've got our first cylinder installed, and this is on the passenger side, the inboard one. The clips can be kind of a bear to push through there, so you might have to have like a pliers or something to help, or a screwdriver to help push these on. But make sure they're lined up first before you force it on there. We'll eventually take a tie wrap and tie these up here. We've got the pins installed. Got the upper pin installed. Like I said, it goes from the inboard or outboard into inboard. So it goes this way. And then the bottom, same, goes from the outside here. The head goes towards the outside. And then you put your clip on the inside here. We've got this clipped. So this is on. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the driver's side. All right. All right. So we didn't show you installing all the actuators. It's just a reverse of how we took them out. But anyway, we've got them all installed, and the pins make a difference too, where they go. Like I said, the pins that hinge go on this inboard cylinder.
I think they call those the bow.
So this side comes in from here, goes that way, and then the other one, it flips around. It kind of goes the opposite way on the other side. But then there's a black pin on the bottom here. Okay, the pin goes from the outboard to the inboard, and the clips on the inside here. On this outer, this bigger cylinder, the pin is from the inside here to out, and then you can see your clip right here. These pins are different sizes, so if it can't go through the hole, you may want to check it before you put the actuator in. Just make sure it slides in, because there is a little bit of a size difference. And then I've got my lines hooked up here. I'm going to show you a graph here where the lines go. Also, make sure your clips are all fully engaged on your lines. I made it to where all the clips, when they're engaged, they face down. So if they want to back out, they're not going to fall out. So I slide them all in to where when you engage them, you're pushing down. All right. So we've got these lines installed in this bigger actuator here. It had this white clip. That's installed. It holds all those lines nice and secure. Same on the other side. And then on the inside here, as you can see, it's kind of like a gray looking pin. It goes here on the larger actuator. And then the other one is right here with the clip. All right. And that's the bow, I believe, actuator. Same on the other side. There's no difference. It's just the only thing on the other side. The one has the 3 lines. Okay. This larger actuator on the driver's side is going to have the 3 lines on it. So this one here that I'm pointing to with the light, that has the 3 hydraulic lines. And I'm going to show you the order here in a second. And then don't forget to tie wrap those lines here, just to keep them from swiveling too much. And just make sure your path is clear, because you don't want to pinch them. All right? So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you where the lines go as far as numbering. So we have like a little illustration here. Driver side passenger, the bow, which are the inboard actuators, which is the smaller actuators, and the top actuators, which is the large actuator. And you can see this is where the pistons are. All right. And then the numbers that correlate, these are your line numbers. All right. So if you want to take stop the video or whatever and make a reference to where the lines go, that's how they go.
Remember, this is a 2004 CLK 500. Not sure any of the other ones are different.
The other years may vary, but yeah, this is a 2004. So pay attention when you're removing them, and just make a diagram or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing, put some fluid in it now, and see if we can get it to operate. So that's our next step. But anyway, we're going to see what happens. Another thing is, everything is open right now, and we have to service the fluid in the trunk. So we're going to have to manually stow this top. So this is going to have to go down first, and then we're going to have to put the top over it, and then so we can open the trunk and service it. So we're going to do that right now. We've closed it. We've pushed this portion down back in there in the recessed area. Now we're going to open the trunk.
No, I don't think it's a bad position. It's in a weird position.
Okay.
I'll manually.
All right. Okay. We've got the trunk open. We're going to take these straps out for right now. Hopefully we won't need them anymore, because we don't get it bound up in here. And then also, we take those out, and you got to reset these too. You're going to push this back in here like that. Make sure that snaps down in there. Same on the other side. Yeah, all the way down till it snaps. All right. So we're going to go ahead and check the fluid. Looks like we're low. We're down here, which you need to be in here. There's a little graph, so we're going to put some little fluid in there, and make sure your bleeder is closed here too. So that we had that bleeder open. Make sure that that is closed also. Also on these actuators here in the trunk, these need to be flipped over because they're open right now. So you just kind of twist it, and it should recess in there. Okay, there it went back in. And same on this other side. Right there, you can see it retracted. All right. All right, so we've serviced our fluid right below the full mark. We lost some fluid, so we're anticipating to be low anyway. So we serviced it, put our cap, we snugged our cap back up. Like I said, your bleeder, make sure it's closed. So we're going to try to operate this thing. It may take a couple attempts because it has air in the system. So we'll see what happens. So we're going to run a cycle right now. We've ran it a couple times. We've got most of the air out of it. It may have a little bit in there, but we're going to go ahead and run it. So he's going to start doing it right now. All right, that's the open cycle. We're going to close it now. All right, that completes the close cycle. So everything seems like it's working. So now we're going to go ahead and recheck the fluid level and make sure it's in the correct region or area. So we're going to go shut the car off and then check the fluid level, make sure it's in the correct level. All right, so you can see we're low on fluid. It has some air bubbles in it, which is kind of expected because, like I said, it has air in the system. So really, to get that air out, just running the top back and forth several times, and it shouldn't purge the air. So like I said, we are low. We're going to go ahead and service it again, make sure it's in this proper level here, probably in the center, and see what happens. Right, so we got the top working fine. We put the fluid in there, like I said, we just showed you. So we're going to go ahead and put this cover back on and start reassembling things. We're going to start here. I mean, you can pretty much start anywhere, but we're going to go ahead and put this cover back on, just reverse of what we did before, and then go from there. All right? All right, so we've put this cover back on. There's 4 screws that go along on the leading edge here. Don't forget your cover if you have it. And then there was like some other fasteners. They kind of went in some holes in here. They kind of help guide it. The clips. There's some clips. There's 4 clips on the inside here. And it kind of like snaps in place. So this is all done. We're doing a little cleanup right now on the inside because of the fluid that leaked prior to us working on it. So we're going to go ahead and see about putting this back together. All right. Don't forget to install your airbags here. We were going to install the back, but we were kind of jumping ahead. So install your airbags. Make sure there's a left and a right. There's 4 screws, 1 here, 2 on the bottom. There's 1 kind of hidden in the back. Don't forget can't talk. Don't forget your connector on the bottom. It's got that safety piece. It's orange. Don't forget to push that up and engage it. And then just kind of tug on it and make sure it's engaged. It shouldn't pull out. Don't pull too hard. Like I said, both sides, don't forget to do that. And then don't forget your wire here for your, what is that, window switch. Okay? So yes. Don't forget that and put that on the switch in the back before you put the panel on. So we're going to go ahead and lay the panel in place. We fed the seat belt through there. Don't forget to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and place that right panel back in position right now. He's got it there. Like I said, don't forget your connector on your light, not your light switch, but your window switch. Okay, slid this panel into place. Don't forget you get 2 screws back here, 1 here, 2 back here. All this should line up. You may have to remove this panel here by pulling it up. It's just held in by clips. After that, I think we're ready to put the side panel on here. And Mark has it in his hand.
Right, we're gonna, yeah, because that's.
And then, yeah, then that screw there. There's another screw that goes through here.
Right.
All right. All right, so we've snapped this panel in spot. You may be caught up right here, so you may have to massage that into there. We snapped this piece in. Like I said, we put a screw in here, and now we just got this other cover we're going to put into place.
I'm not sure if it's this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a difference or not.
There's a little bit of a difference because this one goes down.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, so we've put our cover on here. We put the arm on the presenter here. Don't forget to feed this through here. So this side is all back together. All we have to do is put that piece of trim on there and then hook our seat belt up. There's a bracket that goes there for our seat belt. All right. We've got our seat belt all attached here. It's down to the bottom. Don't forget to tighten these in. We got our panel back on. So this is all back together. We're going to go ahead and switch to the other side here and do the same thing. All right. All right. So we got done with the passenger side. We're going to the driver's side. We've already got the airbag in there. So we're getting the side trim here piece off so we can put the side panel on. So we'll continue on there. All right, so we've got this panel on here. Got the 2 screws back here on, the 1 here, the 2 behind this panel here that we slipped this on. We've got the belt fed through. We just got to get the presenter out so we can hook this back up. We're going to try to turn the key on to get that to extend out so we can do that. Like I said, don't forget your wire for your switch back here. All right. All right, so we've got the side panel on. Like I said, we've got this pushed back in. There's 1 screw on there, under there, 2 under here. Don't forget your wire. We've got our seat belt hooked back up down there. We've got our presenter, the bezels around it all situated correctly. So we're going to go ahead and put this back wall, the cushion back in right now. We're going to feed these belts through there and fasten it down. So we've got our seat slid in. You're going to attach it to the bottom here. You got this bracket that goes in here, right here. There's a left and a right. You got to slide it on there. There's a bolt here, and there's one here. They're actually nuts. There's 2 nuts. There's 1 here, 1 there. Same on the other side. 1 here, and 1 there. And then, like I said, the front, the back, the top here has to be captured. There's some pins that this has to slide down on, and then there'll be some bolts on the back that will put in here in a few seconds. So let's go ahead and we're going to put these nuts on. All right, we've installed our nuts here, 13 millimeter, and then we put our torque bolt in over here. You know what size that was, Mark?
Which one?
The torque. So we did the same on the passenger side. You got the torque bolt here.
T45.
T45 for right here. T45, and then you got your 13 millimeter nuts here. All right, so that's all installed. And I think the next thing now is the center console here with the Bose speaker, if you have that, because there's a wire that it plugs into that, and then we'll put the seats in, the lower seats. All right, so we've got this in position now. It's got 4 attach points, 1 here, 1 on the opposite side, 1 in the back. And then if you have the Bose stereo, you're going to have a connection on the driver's side, like right here. So don't forget that. We're going to go ahead and install those nuts now. All right, so we've got the center console in, the seat attached. All we have to do is put the bottom cushions in. We're putting this back cover back in here. It's got these plastic clips that push in, like he's got them right there in his hand. Those get inserted in these recessed areas here. You may have to fiddle around to get them lined up. But yeah, they just kind of push in there. And then that'll finish this area up. And then, like I said, we'll go back in and put the lower cushions in next. We've got our cushions in. We put our 2 nuts, one underneath here, one under here. Same as the other side. Then you just push on your little covers here if you have them. That should finish up the seat installation. I believe the inside of the car is pretty much complete now. We're probably going to go ahead and move to the trunk area where we had some panels off in the trunk. So do a little cleanup here also. But the inside should be done. We're going to go ahead and close the top up so we can access the trunk compartment. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. So we'll reinstall these side panels back in here. Pretty self-explanatory. You got a couple clips down here, and you got some attach points up here. We put the floor back in, the styrofoam piece that holds the jack and that. Mark is working on the passenger side right now. He's trying to get that all tucked in. And then all we have left is the floor. Other than that, this should complete this. We did check our reservoir. Our fluid was good. It was at the top, middle of the top line for quantity. Other than that, we just have the floor, center floor liner left. And I think that should be it. We'll put that back in there, and then we'll run the top one more time, make sure everything works, that we didn't mess anything up. So he's putting that in right now.
And if it messed up, Jeff did it.
Yes. So we'll put that in. Maybe we'll vacuum that real quick. There it is. All right. All right, so we're going to run it through one last time. Make sure everything still works. There she goes. All right. That's it. No errors. All right. We're going to close her up. All right, that's good. A complete cycle, no errors. Everything seems like it's working. So yeah, this is going to conclude this video for the Mercedes-Benz CLK 500. This is a 2004. So everything looks like it's good, working order. I'm sure the customer will be happy. Hopefully no leaks. We did check. We didn't see any leaks, so that got corrected. But anyway, I'll go over the place that we had the repairs done. So if you have anything that you want to get repaired, it's by, let's see here, Top Hydraulics Incorporated, okay, right here. And they actually do more than Mercedes. Looks like they do BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Corvette, Infiniti. So there's quite a few of them that they repair. So check them out. Did a great job. And I think that wraps this up. So other than that, Mark will say goodbye. And I'll catch you next. Hopefully we have something coming up here in the next tomorrow. I'm supposed to get a Ferrari 360 in for service, so I'll be making some videos on that. But anyway, catch you later.